What does it take to be the fastest man alive? To outrun history itself? Usain Bolt didn't just break records, he shattered the limits of human speed. At his peak, he reached an astonishing 27.8 miles per hour, faster than most racehorses at full gallop, quicker than a New York subway train, and nearly rivaling a cheetah over short distances. But Bolt's dominance wasn't just about speed, it was about legacy. Beyond the track, he built an empire worth over $90 million, owning luxurious mansions, a jaw-dropping collection of supercars, and global business ventures. From a small-town boy in Jamaica to a worldwide icon, his journey is nothing short of legendary. But before we dive in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into the lives of the greatest athletes of all time. Now, let's get into the story of the man who turned speed into gold. In the quiet town of Sherwood Content, Jamaica, on August 21st, 1986, Usain St. Leo Bolt entered the world, destined for greatness. His mother, Jennifer, chose the name Usain after a suggestion from a relative, while his aunt gave him the middle name St. Leo. Growing up in a humble household, his parents, Wellesley and Jennifer, ran a small grocery store, and young Usain spent his days playing cricket and football in the streets with his brother, Sadiki. From an early age, one thing was clear: his world revolved around sports. "When I was young, I didn't really think about anything other than sports," he would later recall. At Waldensia Primary, his natural speed became evident. By 12, he was already the fastest sprinter in his school, dominating the 100-meter races at parish-level competitions. But it wasn't just sprinting that captured his interest. He had a deep love for European football, passionately supporting Real Madrid and Manchester United. However, fate had other plans. When he joined William Knibb Memorial High School, his attention was still divided between different sports, particularly cricket. It was his cricket coach who first noticed his extraordinary speed and urged him to try track and field. Soon, he came under the guidance of two coaches, Pablo McNeil, a former Olympic sprinter, and Dwayne Jarrett. McNeil, who eventually became his primary coach, saw the potential in Bolt, but often struggled with his laid-back attitude and love for jokes. Despite this, their partnership bore fruit, and in 2001, Bolt won his first high school championship medal, securing silver in the 200 meters with a time of 22.04 seconds. As his training intensified, so did his dominance on the track. His rise was meteoric. He didn't just win races, he shattered records. The world took notice at the 2008 Beijing Olympics when he delivered a performance for the ages. In a stunning display of speed and showmanship, Bolt became the first athlete to hold both the 100-meter and 200-meter world records under fully automatic timing. His 9.69-second 100-meter sprint, where he famously eased up and celebrated before the finish line, left spectators in awe. His 200-meter win, clocking in at 19.30 seconds, cemented his status as a phenomenon. Over the next decade, Bolt's dominance was unparalleled. He became an 8-time Olympic gold medalist, securing back-to-back 100-meter and 200-meter titles in 2008, 2012, and 2016, an achievement no other sprinter has matched. His 4 times 100-meter relay victories further added to his legendary status. The 2009 World Championships saw him redefine speed itself, setting an astonishing 9.58-second world record in the 100 meters, the biggest improvement in the history of electronic timing. His 200-meter record of 19.19 seconds followed, making him the undisputed fastest man alive. With 11 World Championship titles, Bolt became the most successful male athlete in the competition's history. He was the first sprinter to claim 4 200-meter world titles and one of the most dominant figures in the 100 meters. Beyond the medals and records, he became a global icon, earning the nickname Lightning Bolt, a name as fitting as it was legendary. His charisma, signature victory pose, and infectious energy made him one of the most beloved athletes of all time. The accolades poured in: IAAF World Athlete of the Year, Track and Field Athlete of the Year, BBC Overseas Sport Personality of the Year 3 times, and Laureus World Sportsman of the Year 4 times. In 2016, Time magazine named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world. His net worth in 2025 is estimated to be $90 million, a fortune built not only from his sprinting career, but also from endorsements, business ventures, and strategic investments. Usain Bolt's journey from a small rural village in Jamaica to the fastest man on the planet is the kind of story that seems almost mythical. By the time he was 15, Bolt was already making history. In 2002, at the World Junior Championships in Kingston, he stormed to victory in the 200 meters, becoming the youngest ever world junior champion. The crowd erupted as the teenager, towering over his competitors, cruised to gold. His talent was undeniable, but injuries and growing pains threatened to slow his rise. Despite setbacks, Bolt remained focused, determined to prove that his early success was just the beginning. At 17, he sent a warning shot to the athletics world. At the 2004 Carifta Games, he shattered the world junior record in the 200 meters with a time of 19.93 seconds. Yet, the transition to professional sprinting wasn't smooth. At the Athens Olympics later that year, a hamstring injury saw him exit in the early rounds. It was a humbling experience, but it also ignited a fire within him. He knew he had more to give. Then came 2008, the year everything changed. Bolt had already hinted at his potential earlier that year by breaking the 100 meters world record with 9.72 seconds. But at the Beijing Olympics, he delivered performances that redefined sprinting. In the 100 meters final, he was untouchable. Midway through the race, realizing he was miles ahead, he slowed down, thumped his chest, and still set a new world record, 9.69 seconds. The world had never seen anything like it. Days later, he obliterated the 200 meters world record, running 19.30 seconds, surpassing Michael Johnson's legendary time. To cap it off, he anchored the Jamaican 4x100 meters relay team to yet another gold, setting a new world record. In one Olympic Games, Bolt had transformed into a global superstar. If 2008 made him a star, 2009 made him a legend. At the World Championships in Berlin, he produced times that seemed otherworldly. The 100 meters, 9.58 seconds. The 200 meters, 19.19 seconds. These records remain untouched to this day, a testament to his extraordinary athleticism and dominance. Bolt wasn't done rewriting history. At the 2012 London Olympics, he defended all three of his titles, winning the 100 meters in 9.63 seconds, the 200 meters in 19.32 seconds, and leading Jamaica to a 4x100 meters relay world record of 36.84 seconds. The triple-triple was complete 4 years later in Rio, as he once again took home 3 gold medals, a feat unparalleled in Olympic sprinting history. However, his 2008 relay gold was later stripped due to a teammate's doping violation, a painful moment for Bolt, who had always prided himself on being a clean athlete. Beyond the Olympics, he ruled the World Championships, winning 11 gold medals in total. His battles with American rival Justin Gatlin made for some of the most thrilling races in track history, particularly in 2015, when many doubted whether Bolt could still dominate. He silenced them all by clinching gold once more. But even legends must retire. In 2017, at the World Championships in London, he finished third in his last individual 100 meters race, earning bronze. In his final race, the 4x100 meters relay, he pulled up injured, collapsing on the track in heartbreak. It wasn't the farewell he wanted, but it didn't matter. His legacy was already cemented. Retirement didn't slow him down. He chased a childhood dream of playing professional football, training with Australia's Central Coast Mariners, though he ultimately chose to walk away from sport. Instead, he ventured into business and music production, all while giving back to Jamaica's youth through his foundation. Even in retirement, the world still wonders, can anyone ever match his records? His 9.58 second 100 meters and 19.19 second 200 meters remain untouchable, a reminder of his superhuman capabilities. Recently, rumors have surfaced about a potential exhibition race against some of his former rivals, sparking excitement among fans who long to see him in action again. beyond the electrifying speed and world record-breaking sprints. Off the track, his personality mirrors the effortless grace with which he dominated his sport. Laid back, fun-loving, and always up for a dance. His love for music is no secret. In 2010, he took to the DJ booth in Paris, spinning reggae beats for an enthusiastic crowd, a moment that showcased his deep connection to the rhythms of his Jamaican roots. Whether dancing or joking with fans, Bolt's energy made him more than just an athlete. He was an entertainer, a global icon who brought joy wherever he went. His faith was a quiet yet integral part of his life. A devout Catholic, Bolt was often seen making the sign of the cross before his races, and he always wore a miraculous medal around his neck. That faith, combined with his relentless drive, helped him push through adversity. Unknown to many, Bolt battled scoliosis, a condition that made his right leg slightly shorter than his left, causing an uneven stride. While some questioned whether this asymmetry hindered or somehow enhanced his performance, one thing was certain: nothing could slow him down. Beyond sprinting, Bolt had another passion that consumed his competitive spirit: video games. Whether it was staying up late, playing Call of Duty, or battling friends in Mario Kart and Mortal Kombat, gaming was his escape, a way to unwind from the pressures of being the fastest man on Earth. In a 2021 interview, he even credited video games with sharpening his reaction time, something that undoubtedly contributed to his explosive starts on the track. But his influence extended far beyond the finish line. His signature lightning bolt pose, one arm raised to the sky, the other folded across his chest, became an international phenomenon. It wasn't just a victory celebration. It was a symbol of joy, confidence, and unshakable belief. From world leaders like Barack Obama to young children in schoolyards, people across the globe mimicked the iconic stance, cementing its place in pop culture. But not all moments in his post-athletic life were triumphant. In 2023, he fell victim to a devastating fraud scheme, losing over $12 million from his retirement savings in an alleged act of financial deceit. Though it was a painful chapter, Bolt's resilience remained unshaken, his focus shifting toward rebuilding and moving forward. Through it all, the greatest joy in his life came from family. On May 17, 2020, he and his longtime love, Cassie Bennett, welcomed their first child, a daughter fittingly named Olympia Lightning, a tribute to the very stage where he made history. A year later, their family grew with the arrival of twin boys, Thunder and St. Leo. Their names alone seemed to carry the weight of destiny, as if Bolt's legacy would continue through them in some form. For a man who had already conquered the world of athletics, he was never one to sit still. His next chapter would see him sprinting into the world of business, proving that his ambition extended far beyond the finish line. In 2018, Bolt co-founded Bolt Mobility, a micro-mobility company aimed at revolutionizing urban transportation. The vision was simple: create efficient, eco-friendly electric scooters and mobility devices that could ease the traffic congestion plaguing major cities. With his name at the forefront, Bolt was deeply involved in promoting the brand, appearing in its debut commercial and participating in a series of interviews alongside CEO Sarah Pishavar-Haynes. His first public event with the company took place in March 2019 at the New York Stock Exchange, marking the official launch in New York City. From there, the company quickly expanded its reach, introducing its scooters to the streets of Paris by May of that year. It was at the Viva Technology Conference in France that Bolt unveiled Bolt Mobility's future innovations, including the highly anticipated Bolt Nano, a compact electric minicar designed for urban travel. The event was a whirlwind of activity. Bolt even met with French President Emmanuel Macron and shared his vision of a cleaner, faster future for city dwellers. What set Bolt Mobility apart from competitors was its user-centric design. Unlike traditional e-scooters, Bolt's model featured compartments for riders' bags, shopping, and phones, addressing common concerns about convenience and safety. With speeds reaching up to 30 miles per hour, though typically capped at 15 miles per hour to comply with city regulations, the scooters promised both efficiency and reliability. However, The road to success in business, much like in sprinting, is never without hurdles. In July 2022, Bolt Mobility abruptly ceased operations, leaving several bike-sharing programs in limbo, including those in Burlington, Vermont, Portland, Oregon, and Richmond, California. Despite this setback, his entrepreneurial spirit remained unshaken, and his ventures continued to evolve. While redefining urban mobility, Bolt also took a bold step into the world of healthcare. In 2021, he partnered with SprintRay Incorporated, a company specializing in dental 3D printing, to launch Bolt Labs powered by SprintRay in Jamaica. This initiative was more than just another business move. It was a mission to revolutionize dental care in his home country and throughout the Caribbean. By harnessing the power of advanced 3D printing technology, Bolt Labs aimed to provide high-quality, affordable dental prosthetics at unprecedented speeds. But business wasn't the only passion he was pursuing. As someone who had always embraced the vibrant energy of Jamaican culture, Bolt found himself drawn to the world of music. In July 2019, he made his debut as a dancehall producer with Olymp Rose Rhythm, a compilation featuring tracks from top Jamaican artists like Dexta Daps, Munga Honorable, Christopher Martin, Ding Dong, and former footballer-turned-artist Ricardo B.B. Gardner. The response was electric, and Bolt quickly followed up with another project, Immortal Rhythm, in November 2019, featuring dancehall heavyweights like Vybz Kartel and Masika. His love for music wasn't just a hobby. It was another way for him to stay connected to his roots and contribute to the culture that had shaped him. Then, in early 2021, Bolt took his musical aspirations even further, stepping into the spotlight as an artist. He released a single, Living the Dream, alongside his childhood friend and manager Nugent N.J. Walker. The song, a motivational anthem about perseverance and ambition, felt like a personal reflection of his own journey. From a young boy in Trelawney with a dream, to the fastest man alive, to a businessman shaping new industries. Usain Bolt's post-athletic career has been anything but predictable. With a larger-than-life personality and a fortune built on years of dominance in athletics, Bolt enjoys the fruits of his labor in a way that reflects his passion for excellence. His love for the finer things in life is evident in his luxurious homes, high-end cars, and the lifestyle of a man who has conquered the world. In Kingston, Jamaica, where his journey to global stardom began, Bolt resides in a breathtaking mansion valued at approximately $2.65 million. Nestled in the heart of his homeland, the estate is a testament to his success, a place of serenity and grandeur. With a private infinity pool that seems to melt into the Caribbean horizon, outdoor entertainment spaces designed for lavish gatherings, and sweeping views of the sea, the home is nothing short of a paradise. It's a retreat fit for a legend, a space where he can unwind from the frenzy of global fame. Beyond Jamaica, he has reportedly extended his footprint to Australia, owning a penthouse in Brisbane, a city that once embraced him during his brief football stint. But his passion for speed isn't confined to the track. It roars to life in his car collection, an ensemble of sleek, high-performance machines that mirror his love for velocity. Among his prized possessions is the Ferrari 458 Italia, a car that embodies power and precision, qualities that define Bolt's sprinting career. His BMW M3, a blend of luxury and speed, is another reflection of his need for adrenaline, while his Audi SUV offers the perfect balance of comfort and performance for a man constantly on the move. Every aspect of Bolt's lifestyle radiates the energy and ambition that propelled him to greatness. His legacy extends far beyond the track. While his world records and Olympic triumphs have cemented his place in history, it is his impact off the field, through philanthropy and inspiration, that truly defines his greatness. He is not just a champion of speed, but a champion of people, using his influence and resources to uplift communities, particularly in his beloved Jamaica. Through the Usain Bolt Foundation, he has dedicated himself to creating opportunities for young people, especially in sports and education. His foundation has funded scholarships, built infrastructure for schools, and supported aspiring athletes who dream of following in his footsteps. Recognizing the importance of education in breaking the cycle of poverty, Bolt has made substantial donations to schools across Jamaica, ensuring that students have access to proper facilities and learning materials. His generosity also extends beyond sports and academics. Bolt has contributed to healthcare initiatives, disaster relief efforts, and programs that provide aid to underserved communities. He's been involved in campaigns to support children with disabilities and has donated millions to causes that improve the lives of those in need. His commitment to social change is not just financial. He actively engages with the communities he supports, visiting schools, mentoring young athletes, and encouraging the next generation to dream big. And that's the story of Usain Bolt, a journey defined by unparalleled speed, remarkable achievements, and an enduring legacy both on and off the track. But his narrative doesn't end here. With new endeavors and challenges ahead, Bolt's influence continues to grow. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. For exclusive perks, behind-the-scenes insights, and early access to special features, consider joining our channel membership, unlocking benefits that true athletics enthusiasts won't want to miss. Don't stop here. Check out our next video on another legendary basketballer, Michael Jordan. You won't believe his incredible journey. Just click on the screen to keep the inspiration flowing. See you in the next one.